Well, my next guests have been best friends since high school. That's where they discovered they had a mutual gift for spreading the word of God through comedy. Their hilarious new movie, Family Camp, just opened nationwide. Here's a little sneak peek right here.
Daddy's bringing home the honey. Run! Run!
Get that thing away from me!
My skin is on fire!
Do it!
The tree!
Get rid of it!
The tree organic honey!
That's a copay!
Please welcome the Skit Guys, Tommy Woodard and Eddie James. So is it true you guys have actually been like best friends since high school?
We really have. Yeah, we've been best buddies since high school, which is like 5 years ago. So it's really great that...
You know, I think that was your worst joke you've ever told, because we all know better. That's not true. But it's kind of neat that you've made a career out of just horsing around and making people laugh. But you do a lot of stuff with comedy skits, obviously why they're calling you the Skit Guys. But I've seen stuff on your website, and it's just amazing. You do stuff that churches can use. So this has become a whole industry.
Yeah, we had no idea. We are the product of our youth ministry. Our youth pastor gave us 5 minutes every Wednesday night to do a skit. We would steal something from Saturday Night Live and try to make it Christian.
Yeah.
Now that would be creative.
Very hard to do.
Very hard to redeem those skits.
Because the skits in the 80s, all the skits in the 80s were, you had to get to Jesus very quickly. So the skit in the 80s would be like, hey, Joe, you seemed really sad at school today.
I was really sad at school today.
You need Jesus.
Thank you.
That was a skit.
That was
a skit.
Yeah, that's really moving, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So, you know, there must have been some churches that recoiled at the notion of not just comedy, but skits and kind of fun things, because we were not supposed to have a good time in church, right?
Yeah, we in the 80s and even in the early 90s, doing skits, especially in big church, when we would do a skit, there was no laughter, and it really, I think this is funny.
Yeah, but everybody just sat there stoically.
Yeah.
And then after the show was over, they'd be shaking your hand. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that's so funny. I'll tell you what. And we're like, we thought you were dead.
Yeah.
Like,
But it was, it was irreverent to laugh in church, you know? So we kind of watch things change throughout the years, throughout the decades, and it's beautiful to listen. We go to churches all over, and we'll do family nights, and we hear great laughter, you know?
I'm excited about this film. You've never done a film before, a full-length, a full-blown movie.
Yeah.
And I've seen the trailer. It looks fantastic. The production value is as good as anything I've seen. Pure fun. What's the plot of the film?
We have made the first faith-based, family-friendly comedy, and we're really, really excited. The plot is two families go to family camp with a lot of other families. His family, you did not basically finish the registration online.
Right.
Yes, and so
I don't want to go to camp. I've been blackmailed by my wife to go to family camp.
You have to do it.
I have to.
Yeah, got it.
And my family loves camp, and so we end up...
Too much. His family loves camp too much.
So we end up sharing a yurt together, which is just a glorified cabin, right? Yeah. And hilarity and hijinks, we're the odd couple, and we have to figure out how to make things work, and our families, we all learn lessons along the way,
So when theatrical release?
Yes,
Be in theaters and...
starting at 900 theaters across the country.
That's a big open.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Big open.
Thank you.
I hope our audience understands that when there are good family-friendly movies, especially comedies and things that entertain us, if Christian people, and they don't have to be Christian to enjoy it, but if Christian people don't support these kind of films, there won't be many of them.
You're right.
Because there's a lot of money invested to put one on the screen. And I think it's really important that people understand when people say, I just hate what movies have become. They're nasty, they're dirty, they're the filthy talk and all the things with them. You put out one, and if people go see them, there'll be another studio that'll say, hey, maybe we ought to be doing more films like that.
Yes, sir.
Mike, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Like, that is the idea. So, like, opening May 13th, it's like How many of us can go to the theaters? Because that sends the message, you know?
Yeah.
And we think we've made something. One of the things we love is that we have a TV show that we do, and people will say, you know what, I can't get my dad to go to church, but he loves to watch your show, you know? And so we think we've created a movie that, like, you would be happy to invite a neighbor, a friend, a family member, you know, to go see it. I mean, it's really funny.
Yeah.
And we need to laugh. And we're living in a time where there's not a lot to laugh at right now in our country. You know, saying, oh, that gas price, that's funny. Oh, boy, I just bought groceries. That's a real knee slapper. So, you know, if you can go and be entertained and escape, which is what movies are supposed to do, give us a way to escape from it. So I hope that people will go see it. But I want to, before we let you go, tell us what you also offer to churches, youth ministries, and to churches all over the country in terms of writing and preparing skits and videos for it.
Yeah, we have tried really, really hard. We like to say that we are pastors more than pranksters. We get the local church. Every video that we have, and including this movie, we believe in the 3 H's. Humor, heart, and hymn. So we point him to God. So we believe laughter breaks down walls for truth to enter. And when you laugh and your walls break down, you just got to have something good to say. And we try to point him to God. And especially in the videos for churches on skitguys.com, we try to just be a supplement, never to give away the pastor's sermon or anything like that, but just be an additive to what they're doing. So yeah.
Well, some great stuff that you guys have been doing. Obviously doing it pretty well to be able to do it for 30 years. But the movie Family Camp is one that you need to see. It opened in theaters this weekend. You can also book showings for your church, your organization, which would be a wonderful family night at your church. We have links to everything that you need to know about the Skit Guys. It's waiting for you right there at Huckabee.tv. So please connect.